Hello everyone, welcome to our explainer. Today we look at a big event in the year 2026. A war in the Middle East changes everything. It changes how countries buy oil. It also changes the money we use every day. Let us see exactly how this happens. Okay, let us dive into this. Here are the 5 simple steps of our story today. First, the 2026 Middle East War. Second, the Strait of Hormuz closes. Third, why the UAE left OPEC. Fourth, the end of petrodollars. And fifth, the rise of the petro-yuan. Section 1. The 2026 Middle East War. The start of the conflict. In February 2026, peace talks stop. Then, on February 28th, military attacks on Iran begin. This military action is very fast. By March, air defenses are destroyed. Naval ships are also destroyed. This fast war is the first clear cause of the big changes we will discuss today. Section 2. The Strait of Hormuz closes. Ships stop moving. And this shows the first big effect very clearly. The Strait of Hormuz is a very important sea route. It is essential for moving oil. Normally, 77 ships pass through this sea every single day. But during the war, this number falls fast. It drops down to just 4 ships per day. Insurance companies refuse to protect the ships, so the sea route is closed. Because ships cannot carry oil safely, there is less oil in the world, so the price of oil goes up. Before the war, oil cost about $60. Now the price jumps to $120. This high price affects the cost of things you buy. It makes gas and food more expensive for normal people everywhere. Section 3. Why the UAE left OPEC. A historic exit. Now, what is really interesting is the official JINSA report. In April 2026, this report reveals a huge shock. The United Arab Emirates leaves OPEC on May 1st. OPEC is a big group of countries. They sell oil together. The UAE was a member for almost 60 years. This exit changes the global oil market forever. Why did they leave? First, the UAE wanted to sell more oil freely. OPEC limits how much oil a country can sell. Second, the UAE was angry at its Gulf allies. They felt their friends had a weak defense system. Third, the UAE built closer ties with the United States. They did this to protect their own country. Think about this massive number. The UAE has 111 billion barrels of oil under the ground. They invested a lot of money to pump this oil. Now they want to sell it without limits, from OPEC. They want to make money right now. The world still needs oil today. Section 4. The end of petrodollars. The money system changes. This brings us to the biggest effect of the war. The world changes its money system. In 1974, countries made a special deal. They agreed to sell oil only for US dollars. This deal made the US dollar very strong. But in 2026, the deal completely changes. Countries start to sell oil for Chinese yuan instead. This is a massive change for the world economy. Let us define this term simply. What exactly is a petrodollar? It is a system where countries must use US dollars to buy oil. Because everyone needs oil, everyone needs US dollars. But the 2026 war breaks this old system. The US dollar is no longer the only way to buy oil. Section 5. The rise of petro-yuan, a new global currency. During the war, Western ships cannot pass safely, but Chinese ships can pass. Chinese insurance companies protect these ships. They use Chinese yuan for this insurance. China buys the oil using its own money. This creates a new, safe route for moving oil, and it makes China much more powerful. So the crucial point is the change in money. For a long time, the US dollar was the top money in the world, but now the Chinese money is going up. The petro-yuan is becoming a real system. Other countries start using Chinese yuan to pay for oil. The global money system is splitting into different parts. We covered a lot of ground today. We saw how a sudden war in 2026 closes a major sea route. We saw oil prices jump to $120. We saw the UAE leave OPEC to sell oil freely. Finally, we saw the world start to use Chinese money for oil. So I leave you with this final question. What happens when the US dollar is no longer the king of money? Think about how this changes the future. Thank you for joining me on this explainer today.